was barely dry upon the page. Before you turned the leaf and left the stage, we were a lightning strike, a sudden summer rain, a frantic post that vanished down the drain. I bought the flowers, but they never got to bloom. They're dying in the corner of this half-filled room. You were a suitcase living by the door, always 1 foot out, even when you asked for more. We were a forever that didn't make the week, a mountain peak that we were too tired to see. I was building foundations on shifting sand, while you were already dreaming of another land. It was a love that didn't stay long enough to scar, a falling light we mistook for a permanent star. We didn't even get to see the leaves turn gold, just a story left half written, a secret left untold. You were a visitor, I was a home. Now I'm just a house where you no longer roam. Yeah, it was beautiful, but it was wrong. Just a love that didn't stay long. We never had a winner, never shared a code, never had the time to sink or sail the boat. I'm still memorizing the scent of your skin while you're scrubbing out the places that I've been. It's a cruel kind of mercy, a short-lived high to say hello in the same breath as goodbye. You were a melody I barely learned to hum before the silence made my whole heart numb. Usually it's the years that break you down, the slow burning fires that blacken the town. But this was a candle snuffed out by a breeze, a sudden surrender brought to my knees by a ghost who didn't stay long enough to haunt, taking everything I didn't know I'd want. It was a love that didn't stay long enough to scar, a falling light we mistook for a permanent star. We didn't even get to see the leaves turn gold, just a story left half written, a secret left untold. You were a visitor, I was a home. Now I'm just a house where you no longer roam. Yeah, it was beautiful, but it was wrong. Just a love that didn't stay The seat is still warm where you sat, but the air is already cold. A short story with a bitter ending. You were just passing through, and I was just waiting for you to stay. But you didn't stay long. No, you didn't stay long. We didn't hit a mountain, we didn't hit a wall. It was the sound of 1,000 petals start to fall, a gradual cooling, a slow motion blur, from everything you are to whoever you were. The dinners grew shorter, the nights grew so long. We forgot the words before we lost the song. It wasn't a landslide that buried the track, just a million small steps that we never took back. I didn't see it coming because it was already here, moving like a shadow through the passing of the year. By the time I noticed the fire was low, the embers had turned into January snow. It was a love that slipped away slowly, from only you to feeling only lonely. It didn't break with a bang or sudden crack, it just drifted away, and it's not coming back like a shoreline was the love that slipped away slowly, from only you to feeling only lonely. It didn't break with a bang or sudden crack, it just drifted away, and it's not coming back. Like a shoreline receding, like a fading incline. I was losing you a second at a time. Now there's nothing left but this empty debris of the love that slipped away slowly. I didn't hear the silence until it was too loud. I didn't see the sun go behind the cloud. It just happened day by day, inch by inch. A love that slipped away. I checked the bedside table, but the ring was all you left. A cold piece of silver in a house that feels bereft. We fell asleep at midnight with your head upon my chest. By 6 a.m. the bird had flown, the only home it blessed. The coffee's still brewing for a cup you'll never hold. The sheets are still warm, but the room is turning cold. There was no slow ocean, no warning in the sky, just a sudden blue sky morning with a permanent goodbye. The calendar is open to a Friday we had planned, but the ink is turning into salt and slipping through my hand. There's no trail of breadcrumbs, no map for me to find, just the terrifying silence of the life we left behind. It wasn't a fire, it didn't burn out slow. There wasn't a sign that you were ready to go. Yesterday was forever, today is a hollow bone. I went to sleep together and I woke up all alone. Searched the horizon, but there's nothing in my sight, just a love that we're missing in the middle of the night. Yeah, a love that we're missing overnight. I'm calling up the stations, I'm calling out your name, but the person that I loved and the ghosts are not the same. How does a heart just vanish without a single sound, without a footprint left upon the frozen winter ground? Was it hiding in the hallway? Was it waiting in the eaves? The way a summer forest turns to nothing but the leaves. You took the us and buried it while I was fast asleep, and left me with a promise that you didn't mean to keep. They say that people drift, they say that people change, but this is something violent, this is something strange. To go from I can't breathe without you to a total state of gone is a mystery that's breaking me before the break of dawn. It wasn't a fire, it didn't burn out slow. There wasn't a sign that you were ready to go. Yesterday was forever, today is a hollow bone. I went to sleep together and I woke up all alone. Searched the horizon, but there's nothing in my sight, just a love that we're missing in the middle of the night. The porch light is on, but the windows are dark. There's no more fuel middle of the night. Gone by morning. Missing overnight. I've got 1,000 letters living in my desk, dressing all the things I never dared confess. I watch you from the corner of a crowded, noisy room, while my heart was building gardens that would never get to bloom. I laughed at all your jokes and I held your heavy coat, while the I love you was a mountain standing in my throat. We were perfect in the margins, we were steady, we were kind, but I kept the truest chapters locked inside my mind. I waited for a moment that felt brave enough to take, but I was terrified of what a single word might break. So I settled for the hello and the how have you been, and I built a wall of friendship to keep the lightning. Now I'm standing at the station, watching your train leave, with a heart full of secrets tucked into my sleeve. It's the heaviest burden, the ghost of could have been, the story that ended before it could begin. No tears in the driveway, no dramatic goodbye, just the quietest miss you under a gray sky. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of cold to live with a love that went untold. They say it's better to have loved and lost the fight, but what about the love that never saw the light? The ones who stay silent, the ones who just wait until it's not time, turns and it's too late. Yeah, I'm standing at the station, watching your train leave, with a heart full of secrets tucked into my sleeve. It's the heaviest burden, the ghost that could have been, the story that ended before it could begin. No tears in the driveway, no dramatic goodbye, just the quietest miss you under a gray sky. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of cold to live with a love that went I should have said it. Now you're gone. The calendar says August, but the air is turning white. I can feel the shadows stretching, stealing back the light. You haven't said a word, but I can hear the engine run. I'm standing in the garden, trying to soak up the sun. Your jacket's by the door, and the keys are in your hand. The hourglass is empty and we're running out of sand. I'm memorizing how the light hits your hair, pretending that the winter isn't already there. One more minute of the golden haze before we disappear into the gray. This is the last day of warmth before the long freeze. The last time the wind doesn't hurt through the trees. I'm holding your hand like I'm holding a flame before the frost comes to swallow your name. Tomorrow the ice will start to settle in, but today, just for today, I still feel your skin. The leaves are turning crimson on the vine outside our window pane. A silent understanding lingers like the coming rain. We're talking about the season, avoiding the unknown. The seeds we planted thriving, soon to be overgrown. You smile for a second, a fleeting summer breeze, but I can see the autumn rustling through the trees. The air grows thin, the colors start to fade. A final moment in this golden parade. I know by morning the leaves will begin to fall, and the garden we tended will answer nature's call. But give me one sunset, just one more you before the winter takes hold. And this is the last day of warmth before the long freeze. The last time the wind doesn't hurt through the trees. I'm holding your hand like I'm holding a flame before the frost comes to swallow your name. Tomorrow the ice will start to settle in, but today, just for today, I still feel your skin. The sun's going down, the colors deepen out. Don't let go yet, keep the light on for one more minute. One more. It's quiet now. It's quiet now. I remember the way the air felt thin and cold, like a story finished, like a secret told. You didn't pack a bag or slam the bedroom door. You just looked at the keys like you didn't live here anymore. The reliance was gone, the fever finally broke, and the us we built went up in nothing trail of smoke. I was your anchor when the waves were getting high, but today the water's still and the well is running dry. You used to reach for me before you opened up your eyes to find the strength to face the morning and the lies. But today you stood up straight, you walked out on your own, and I realized I was just a bridge to get you home. It's the quietest heartbreak I've ever had to feel, to know I was the bandage, but I wasn't the heel. You're finally standing, you're finally free, and the cost of your healing was the ending of me. I prayed for your light, now you're chasing the sun, but I'm left in the shadows now that my job is done. The world didn't end, it just shifted its seat on the last day you needed me. There's a suitcase of memories sitting by the stairs, and a sudden lack of weight in all our evening prayers. I was the right until you outgrew the wrong. But once the wound is closed, you throw the gauze away, and I'm just the wreckage of yesterday. I was the crutch until your bones grew strong. I was the right until you outgrew the wrong. But once the wound is closed, you throw the gauze away, and I'm just the wreckage of yesterday. It's the quietest heartbreak I've ever had to feel. To know I was the bandage, but I wasn't the heel. You're finally standing, you're finally free, and the cost of your healing was the ending of me. I pray for your light, now you're chasing the sun, but I'm left in the shadows now that my job is done. The world didn't end, it just shifted its seat. On the last day you needed me, you didn't say goodbye, you just said you were okay. And I watched the need slowly fade to gray. Go on and fly, don't look back at the tree. I died a little bit the last day you needed me. The last day when I needed anymore. I remember the coffee was steaming on the stand, and the sunlight was tracing the lines on your hand. It was just a Tuesday, a mundane goodbye, with no thunder in the distance, no clouds in the sky. You grabbed for your keys and you paused by the frame. You didn't say forever, you just said my name. If I'd known the clock was stopping, I'd have memorized the air, I'd have memorized the way the light was tangled in your hair. But I just nodded back thinking I'd see you if I'd not known that moment was the last one alive. It was the last look and I didn't even know it. A lifetime of love and I didn't get to show it. You were halfway out the door, turning back to the room. A flicker of a smile before the quiet and the gloom. Now I'm haunted by the ordinary way you turned away. And the last look I'll carry to my dying day. Now I replay the film back of mine, searching for a warning I was too blind to find. Was there a sadness in your eyes, a weight in your chest, or was it just a morning like all of the rest? You looked at the kitchen, you looked at the floor, then you took that final step through the frame of the door. I give up every memory of the nights we spent in gold for just 5 more seconds of that look I couldn't hold. To scream out your name, to tell you to stay, to burn that one image before it faded to gray. It was the last look and I didn't even know it. A lifetime of love and I didn't get to show it. You were halfway out the door, turning back to the room. A flicker of a smile before the quiet and the gloom. Now I'm haunted by the ordinary way you turned away. And the last look I'll carry to my dying day. never smiled before the quiet and the gloom. Now I'm haunted by the ordinary way you turned away. And the last look I'll carry to my dying day. It's December 2024, and I'm still standing in that hall, watching you turn around, watching the shadows fall. You look so peaceful, you look so free. The last time your eyes ever landed on me. You're the last look, the one I never forgot. I kept the porch light burning till the bulb began to flicker. I watched the walls get thinner as the silence grew much thicker. I was praying to a promise, I was kneeling at the altar, but the faith we built together was the first thing meant to falter. I reached out for your shadow, but the sun had gone away, leaving nothing but the echoes of the things you couldn't say. Thought love was a safety net, a place to hide from rain. I thought it was the medicine that swallowed up the pain. But I was looking forward while you were looking for the door. Now I'm standing in a room that isn't sacred anymore. I didn't walk away, I didn't close my eyes. I wasn't looking for a reason or a web of clever lies. I was standing where you left me with my hands held out so wide, while the ghost of what we were just stepped on to the other side. It's a cold and lonely feeling, watching heaven turn to sea. It's the day that love turned its back on me. Pictures on the mantle are starting to feel like strangers, warning me of all the hidden debts and all the dangers. I used to see a future in the way you said my name. Now it's just a hollow sound that carries all the blame. You didn't even argue, didn't even fight. You just folded up the map and walked straight into the night. They say that love is kind, they say that love is blind, but they never mention how it leaves the best of us behind. It's a cruel kind of betrayal when the thing that made you whole is the very thing that leaves a jagged crater in your soul. It didn't break my heart, it just walked away and left it there to beat inside a body that's gasping for the air. I didn't walk away, I didn't close my eyes. I wasn't looking for a reason or a web of clever lies. I was standing where you left me with my hands held out so wide, while the ghost of what we were just stepped on to the other side. It's a cold and lonely feeling, watching heaven turn to sea. It's the day that love turned its back on me. Didn't say goodbye, you didn't set me free. You just turned around and turned your back on me. before you reached for the cup. I was telling a joke, but you wouldn't look up. The space on the sofa felt like miles of sea. You were sitting right there, but leagues away from me. I was shouting through glass while you hummed a tune, watching the winter freeze over our June. I tried to bridge the gap with a gentle touch, but you pulled away like it cost you too much. I was fighting a war you had already lost, counting the heartbeats and fearing the cost. It wasn't the goodbye that tore me apart, it was the slow motion fading, the drift in your heart before the front door closed. Before the we're through, I'd already spent months losing pieces of you. The lonely started long before the last goodbye, back when you grew distant first and let the fire die. Started sounding like scripts, like a heavy confession on the edge of your lips. I ask how you were and you say I'm just tired, while the house felt like wood that was no longer fired. I became a ghost in the rooms that we shared, drowning in silence cause you no longer care. They ask when it ended, I don't give a day, because over is something that happened too late. It ended in whispers, it ended in sighs, it ended the moment you look through my eyes instead of into them. It wasn't the goodbye that tore me apart, it was a slow motion fading, the drift in your heart before the front door closed. Before the we're through, I'd already spent months losing pieces of you. The lonely started long before the last goodbye, back when you grew distant first and let the fire die. You walked out the door today, but you've been leaving for a year. The ghost of you stayed while the heart disappeared. Yeah, you grew distant first. I was just the last one here. You used to know the rhythm of every breath I took. You could read the hidden chapters like an open book. There was a map behind your eyes, a compass in your hand, leading you through the wild parts of my jagged land. But the path got overgrown with things we didn't say, and I watched the recognition slowly melt away. The landmarks are still standing, the lights are still on, but you're looking at me like the map is all wrong. You're standing on the doorstep, staring at the key like you've forgotten how it feels to step inside of me. It's a different kind of quiet, it's a different kind of dark, when the person who built the fire can't find the spark. You're wandering the hallways of love you used to know, but you're walking like a stranger with nowhere left to go. The door is wide open, I'm standing right here in the gray, but you've lost the weight of my heart, and you're mine. started to grow? Is it the fog of the time? Is it the weight of the pride? Or did you just get tired of the journey inside? You used to find me in the silence, you found me in the crowd. Now I'm screaming your name and it's just not loud enough. It's a different kind of quiet. It's a different kind of dark. When the person who built the fire can't find the spark. You're wandering the hallways of a love you used to know, but you're walking like a stranger with nowhere left to go. The door is wide open, I'm standing right here in the gray, but you've lost the weight of my heart, and you're miles away. I can't be a bridge if you won't take the step. I can't be the secret that you finally kept. You were looking right at me, but you don't see the home. You're just a traveler now, destined to roam. Yeah, you lost the way, and I'm tired of being the destination for someone who's already gone. The boxes in the hallway, taped up and heavy duty. It's strange how losing everything can look so plain and moody. I watched you take the photos down, the ones from Monterey. You didn't smash the glass, you just tucked the frames away. There was no fire in your eyes, no fever in your blood, just a quiet kind of ending, like a river turning mud. I was braced for the collision, I was ready for the blow, but you're moving with a stillness that I didn't even know. It's the way you're folding sweaters, like you're folding up our time, committing a departure like it isn't even a crime. You didn't throw it in the dirt, you didn't set it all on fire, you didn't scream until your throat was a broken tangled wire. You just reached out your hands, so steady and so cold, and let go of the stories that we never finished told. It's the heaviest silence that I've ever had to rise above. The moment that you call me, just put down our love. You left the spare key on the counter, right beside the mail, like a tiny iron anchor for a ship that's set to sail. I asked you if you're angry, you just shook your head inside, saying everything just hollowed out, there's nothing left inside. It's harder when it's gentle, it's a cruelty so refined to be placed upon a shelf and simply left behind. Break a glass, start a fight, give me something I can feel, give me one jagged edge to prove that this was real. But you're just setting down the burden like it's a coat you've outgrown, and walking out into the night to find a life of your own. your throat was a broken tangled wire. You just reached out your hands, so steady and so cold, and let go of the stories that we never finished told. It's the heaviest silence that I've ever had to rise above. The moment that you call me, just put down our love. It's December 2024, and the house is finally still. You put it down so softly against my heavy will. No more us, no more we, just the echo of the floor as you put down our love and walk right out the door. The mirror says I'm standing here, same as yesterday, but I'm becoming invisible in every single way. I'm talking to the back of your head while you scroll, while the silence starts to swallow up the pieces of my soul. I wore that dress you like, the one with the lace, but I'm just a blur of color taking up your space. I'm waving from the shoreline, but you're out at sea, and I started disappearing when you stopped looking at me. It wasn't a scream, it wasn't a fight, it was the way you stopped seeking my eyes for the light. Now I'm a ghost in the hallway, a shadow on the floor, just a habit you don't recognize anymore. The world didn't end with a bang or a spark. I just slowly went gray and dissolved in the dark. I could scream till I'm breathless, I could fall to my knees, but I'm just the wind moving through the trees. I lost my reflection, I lost my degree. Feeling like I'm matter when you stop looking at me. You used to read my mind like a favorite book, now you don't even spare me a second look. I'm a ghost at the table, I'm the dust on the shelf. I'm starting to wonder if I'm even here myself. You look through my body to the clock on the wall, waiting for a moment that doesn't matter at all. I'm a flicker of a candle that you forgot to blow out. I'm the I love you hidden in a whisper of doubt. Is there a name for this kind of erase when you're still in the room but you left the place? Am I still a person if I'm not in your side, or just a flickering bulb in a dying light? The world didn't end with a bang or a spark. I just slowly went gray and dissolved in the dark. I could scream till I'm breathless, I could fall to my knees, but I'm just the wind moving through the trees. I lost my reflection, I lost my degree. Feeling like I'm better when you stop looking at me. I'm fading out, I'm blending into the walls. Check the chair where I sat. Do you see me at all? Or am I just a memory of who I used to be? I think I stopped existing when you stopped looking at